Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Wednesday, January the 28th. My name is Barry Enerson. I'm the moderator of the room. This is the address to get in, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Well, today was FOMC day. I really dislike trading on the minutes when they get released at 2 o'clock. Usually the day is can be pretty boring. Uh, here's the SPY. I got it on a 5-minute chart. Here's the SPY. Had a little bit of choppy action here and definitely the drop. So, I mean, just couldn't really find anything to trade. You're going to see I only had one decent trade today. And here's where the minutes were released, right here, sorry, at 2 o'clock, and you can see the big spike up, and then the drop. So basically a fake out here. People thinking, okay, great, get into the longs, and then they just got slammed if you did. So let's just take a look at what I did. It's going to be a quick one today because, again, I really don't like trading on FOMC days. But let's take a look at some of the ones I did. Microsoft. Now, Microsoft, of course, after yesterday, I think a lot of us were watching when the market was up because of the Apple earnings and all. I think a lot of people thought that maybe Microsoft would get dragged up with it, and so I took the trade right here as it, bounced down. Here's where it opened, and when it came back down here, and it was holding the whole number, and so I got into the trade at 42.35. It looked like it was going to run. It really did, 42.45. But then when it started coming down, I exited at 42.39 for 4 cents. So basically a wash. And then you see it did test the whole number, just dropped below it, 41.90. And I think some people may have got in here, but very choppy action. And here is where it just is, here's where the minutes were released. It came down. It had the pop up and then the slide down. So I will continue to watch Microsoft just to see if it can, because it's got a decent gap now to fill. AEC was one that came from the lifetime high at the beginning, and it looked like it was, maybe when a decent play. Let me see if I can find it here. I don't think I had to reboot. So AEC, let me just put this on pause for a second. Yes, here it is, AEC at 10 o'clock at 2601. Now, this one usually is not a big move or anything like that, but again, I thought maybe as a REIT, a residential, it might have been a decent sort of defensive play, and it held here for a long time. I got into the trade just over the whole number at 2612. It did go down here to 2606, held on, looked like it was going to go up again, and then I finally gave up on it, and it sold it at 2608, and it's really just chopped around all day, so really nothing doing with that one. And let's see, now the only one that gave me anything decent was PPC, Pilgrim's Pride. And I think what they did was they had an ex-dividend about $5.77 or something. And so the stock was, I guess artificially down, but it just kept selling off and off and off. So this was one that was identified in the pre-market as a potential reversal. I didn't take it here. I don't know if I missed it or I just, for whatever reason, I just didn't like it. 28.18 up to 29.06. Well, I missed it, but then the second time that it came up through the whole number, I took the trade at 29.06, and a little difficult to see, but I was able to exit. I exited half at 29.50 and the other half at 29.59. I was really hoping it would continue on. Dennis in the room is always kidding me that I can find at least one stock that I can make $1 on, and I was kind of hoping this would be the one, but not to be. But not a bad trade, and I'm going to watch this one again. These type of stocks tend to be a little bit volatile, and so I'm going to watch it for the next couple of days anyway. The last one that I tried was actually no, sorry, AOS. AOS. And this one's really too bad. I got into the trade here. Now, why I was watching AOS is because of yesterday. And yesterday was, it was all over the place. It had it was very, very dynamic. So I thought, okay, on a day where there wasn't a lot that I could find that was moving that much, this would be one to watch. And so when it had all this downward action, and then when it got through the whole number at 59, I decided to take the trade right here at 59.14. Now I got out half of it at 59.36. And then, I held on for a long time and I basically chickened out. I don't like holding stocks when the FOMC minutes are released. You never know what's going to happen. Now, surprisingly, this one has gone up. So, but the bottom line is that I exited just before at 59.30. And even though the SPY's gone down, this one has just ripped higher. So it's too bad that somehow I wasn't able to hold this one. But anyway, them's the breaks. And the last one, and I'm having to see if I'm going to get back into this one. Yeah, I might have to get back into this one. I took COM, the same thing. COM was very, very active yesterday. It was on came on my best 10 list right here, one I wanted to watch. AOS was on the list too. That's where you see it. And so I thought maybe, COM was almost a little bit like AOS yesterday, and I thought, well, maybe it could rip. This was after the SPY, after the 2 p.m. So I thought, okay, it's made it through the whole number, and so I took the trade at 27.10. Basically, put the whole number as my stop, and that's what happened. I got stopped out at 26.99. Let's see, still an hour and 10 minutes left in the market. We've got up to 27.03, where there'd probably be some resistance. I think I'm going to take a look at this one right now, and I'm going to wrap the video up. So again, here's how to get into the room. Here's the address. You can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.